Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our webinar this week. You can see the topic there, the new PSG Wealth app for tablet and smartphone. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Sean van den Berg. I'm an investment specialist here at PSG Wealth, and I'm here to take you through the basics of how to use the app as such. Just two things. We've done a sound check, and those of you that logged in late, this webinar will be recorded, and I'll be sending it out to everybody. Okay, any questions you have, just type them in the question box, and then there'll be a slot for questions on that. Okay, so first things first, the idea today is to give you an overview of the app, the new trading platform on a tablet as well as the smartphone. That's number one. Obviously, what I'm showing here is what's showing on my app. So it depends on what version you've got of your browser or whatever. But it gives you a good idea of what the functionality and what you can do with it. So let's get started, and let's look at a quick what's my agenda today. So first things first, I just want to highlight, give a quick overview and just reiterate the whole idea why we did this split. We had to move to a new trading platform because the existing trading platform was many years old. We've just added on and became very unstable. Hence the need for us to move to a new trading platform. That's number one. But the portfolio admin, when you log in, and your portfolio net is still like it was in the past. It's still there. Obviously, there are some features that we still need to bring into it. We are busy bringing back the sales and purchases. So there's a lot of things that are missing, that are coming back, but the portfolio admin is exactly where it was. Same as the research. Just the trading functionality is on another platform now. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of that, and then show you how to use the app, and I'm going to show you how to use the tablet. In my situation, I was using a Google Android tablet, same as my phone, but on the Apple iPhones, exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to talk about Watchlist and then also all the different tabs, and then just quickly how to use it on the smartphone. Very similar, just obviously it's more condensed, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so let's get into it. So first things first, as I say, we'll give you a quick overview. This is on a tablet. What I'm doing now, just bring my cursor now. On your tablet, you would have gone, like you did in the past, to the PSG Online website. This is what it looks like on the tablet. Okay, so remember, it's PSG Online. Okay, that's the one you want to be using. So you'll be entering your normal username and your normal password, like you did in the past, and you click on Login. Okay, once you've logged in, you should be able to see what we call a summary page. So first of all, if you click on portfolio, you'll see a summary. So first of all, the summary tab highlights the share value of your portfolio as well as any cash available. That's number one. Next to that summary tab is another button called account details. And that's where you can see the constituents of your portfolio. Okay. And then next to the logout button up top here is a black logout button. You'll see there's a profile button, and to the left of that, you'll be able to switch between your different accounts if you have more than one account. Okay, so this is how you'd be using the what we call the portfolio admin side. If you click on the share code, for example, it takes you back to what we used to call the share info page. I clicked on Bitvest, takes you through to Bitvest share info page, like you saw in the past. And from there, you'll be able to still look at all the research like you did in the past. However, there are certain things that are not on the research platform that's now on the trading platform, because our service provider in the past provided that. We've changed service providers. So things that you will not see is, for example, is your watch list. That's number one. Number two is your SENS announcement. All the stock exchange news service items have been moved to the trading platform. And then thirdly, obviously, the trading platform as such. So when you're on this in the tablet, do not click on the investor tab. It will come up with error, runtime errors, etc. That's where the tablet comes into, and that's where you have to download the PSG Wealth app. You need to go to the Apple Apple App Store, or to the Google Play Store and download the PSG Wealth app. Okay, not the PSG Soccer Team, PSG Wealth app. Once you've downloaded and installed it, you'll get a screen like this, what you need to do then is enter your username like you've done in the past, okay, case sensitive, etc. What's important is to put the @ sign behind it, PSG, @PSG, very important. Okay, no spaces in between, @PSG. Must be there in capitals, okay. And what's important then, you just enter your normal password, and you click on login. Okay, so that brings us to how to use the tablet. So let's look at the watch list. So once you've logged in, this is what the screen you'll be getting. Okay, so as a default, you'll have a default watch list, and this situation shows you 2 shares, or we obviously PSG and PSG Consult shares. Obviously, we needed a default watch list, and those are the 2 shares we chose. It's not a blatant recommendation to go buy the shares. We just needed 2 shares in the portfolio. Okay, so first things first, this is what you were looking at, and I can tell you now that the watch list is the hub. Everything revolves around the watch list. So if you can click on that watch list, first of all, you'll see there's 2 columns that open up, or you'll be able to look at user watch list. So first of all, as I say, you have the default watch list, and then you can create your own watch list. In the past, we could only create 3 watch lists with a limitation of 30 shares in each watch list. Now you can create 4, unlimited, how many you want. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, there are system watch lists already set up for you, and this I find very useful. So I can look at the top 40, I can look at the top 20 resource stocks, the top 25 industrial stocks, the top 15 financial shares, the top 30 financial industrial shares. I can look at the 60 mid-cap stocks, and anything else outside the top 100 is what we call small caps. You can look at the whole market as a watch list. We've never had that facility before. And then also ETFs, exchange traded funds, as well as exchange traded notes, those of you that follow that. And then those of you that have offshore accounts can now also create an international watch list. Again, that's something we never had in the past. Okay, so there are a lot of benefits to this new trading platform. Okay, so that's where you're selected by clicking on this watch list here. But we're going to work on the default at this point in time. So as I say, it's a default watch list. And then if you select one of the shares in the watch list, whatever shares selected in the watch list, remember a share, okay, will display information. Obviously, if it's a top 40 index, okay, it won't display this information. Okay, so at this point in time, I've highlighted PSG. You can see this was a snapshot at that point in time. Gives you the bids and offers. Okay, whichever share you highlighted, I call that the active share. And then from there, you can see there's a buy button and the sell button. So from the watch list, you can also be trading. Okay, and then obviously linked to that also, first of all, you'll see there's a screen here for the charts. Those of you that are traders, you'll find that the charting functionality is also much better. So I'm talking mainly, obviously, to the people that have been with us for a long time. I know there's some new people on our trading platform, or that have never traded with us before. So it's all new to you. I'm talking to both groups. Okay, so what you want to do now is that you want to maximize the screen. I'm going to talk about the chart functionality now in the next few slides. So you click on this button, you have full screen, okay, and then it'll maximize what you're looking at from a chart point of view. By the way, I'm highlighting this, I call it a module. I'm in the watch list module at the moment. There's a portfolio module, orders, there's a search function, and there's the more function. I'll go through each one of these individually. Okay, so we're going to click on the full screen now, and you'll come up with this. Whatever you had on the screen before, voila, I've maximized. So on your tablet, this is what you'll be seeing. So first things first, you can select periodicity. I call it periodicity. This is where you can change from intraday to daily to weekly to monthly. Now, obviously, if you're on a 15-minute delayed, it'd be 15-minute delay, but it'd be for the day. If you're on live prices, those prices should be live. And then obviously daily shows you the daily information, weekly, and then monthly. I can also select the period. I can look for 1 month, okay? Remember, it's months, not minutes. This is 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, year to date, and then what do we call all history. So there, all history, you select periodicity. I suggest you go down to monthly. It goes back to however much data we've got for this particular share, obviously years. And that all comes back to this year. At this point in time, I'm only showing you 3 months. You can see based on that there what we're showing on the screen here. Okay. So, whoops, let me just go back. So that's by just looking at the defaults, and we can chop and change your periodicity. I can also start adding moving averages now. That's where you click on this little button here, no indicator. And from there, it brings up a little menu. And from there, I can select various moving averages. Now, just 2 things. So on the desktop or the laptop version, you can edit the moving average periods. However, on the tablet or on the smartphone, you cannot edit the periods. So yeah, you get a choice of 1, 2, or 3 moving averages. I can also select exponential moving averages. So you are limited, obviously, on the tablet regarding the time period. But as a quick snapshot, you can see what's happening with the share. So in this situation, I've selected the 15-day moving average, and also, by the way, this is by default, it will be selected, but you can unselect them if you don't want it. This is what they call news flags and dividend flags. So you can see there's an N. So on that particular day, on that particular time, a news flag came out on this particular share at that time. If it was a D, it would come out on that day. You can see when the dividend was announced, how sensitive was the share price to the dividend announcement. And you can see the share price moves up and down. Okay, so that's what a moving 15-day moving average would look like. And from there, I can also start looking at adding different styles. So we're looking at a closing line chart in the previous screen. I can go edit it, click on the style, and go select candlestick, for example. Okay, this I like a lot. Obviously, those of you that are traders, candlesticks are great. I'm looking only at a 3-month period here. Again, I can select a closing price, a candlestick price, or bar charts. Bar charts showing an open, high, low, close, or just a bar chart showing the high, the low, and the close. So you can switch between those different items. Okay. And then from there, I can also select and add other indicators. So it is limited in the sense that you got MACD, relative strength, and stochastic, and the MACD. Those are the classic traditional oscillators available in any technical analysis package. You see it overlays. I've overlaid a stochastic oscillator at the moment. It doesn't show you here, but obviously this is the price of the share on this side, and the stochastic scale will be on the right-hand side. Okay. At this point in time, we're seriously oversold based on the stochastic indicator. Okay. So it's very quickly accessible at your, on your fingertips, be able to look at the various indicators. And then lastly, you also got a little button called compare. I find this useful in the sense, I want to compare, for example, PSG now to the financial services sector. So, yeah, there it shows you the PSG share is the one in white, and relative to the financial services sector, you can see how it's been performing. So that's a nice little way to also compare one share to another share, compare gold share to gold price, etc. Okay, so if I want to go back to where I was, I click on this little button here called quote, and it takes me back to where I was in the big screen. Okay, now from this screen also, I can look at a lot of other information. So I'm looking at PSG at the moment. It's only showing me some information in the bids and offers, but showing me the top line. Now, if you click on depth, it will show you 5 deep. Okay, show 5 levels deep. And if you've got live prices, obviously this is all changing all the time. It's flashing in front of your screen. Okay, so that's 5 levels deep. Very useful. I want to see where the bids and offers are. You can see 5 levels deep. In the past, we could only see 3 levels deep. So this is another additional benefit. If I click on the next little button, it takes me through to trades. So I can see on this particular stock, it depends obviously the time of day, how many trades have gone through, at what price, etc. It's only showing you the last 5, but they'll be able to see if you traded recently, you can see where your order was. Okay, I can click on the next button. This is where you have the link to the stock exchange news service. On this platform, they call it news, but I click on that. What I was going to highlight, first of all, that these 2 stocks did not have any later or any recent news items. So I've added another share. I've just added it on Anglos into my watch list just to show you where you'll be able to look at it. And obviously you just select it and it'll open up the news item, the trading statement, whatever the case might be. So that's how you'd use where you'd find the news, stock exchange news service items. If I click on the next little button called details, this highlights the details for the particular stock. Okay, we're still looking at Anglo American now, and just as a snapshot, shows you the market volume for the day, all this information for the day. Okay, and then the last little button is what we call the securities info. This is where you can also pick up things like dividend yield on a particular stock or the price earnings ratio. Okay, how many shares in issue, and then market capitalization, how big is the company. This is Anglo-American. If I want to go back to the original, I just click on that little button there. It takes me back to where I was. Okay. So by the way, as I said, when you first start out and you're brand new, you can create your own watch list. So you have to use the default watch list as a starting point. Add the shares that you want into it. So add the share codes, add. So you type in REM, enter. CPI for Capitec, enter. So you go on. Okay. Once you've got that, all the shares that you want in your watch list, you click on the little button here. Okay, it's like a settings button. And then from there, you can also edit, remove the shares that you didn't want in the portfolio, in your watch list. And then you save it and give it a new name. Okay, so you give it my financial shares, my industrial shares, my watch list, whatever the case might be. And that's how you create a watch list. Very, 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 very easy. But it starts off, you have to start off with the default watch list and then add on to that and then change it from there. Okay. So I hope that made some sense to you. As I say, the watch list is the hub. Now I'm going to go onto the portfolio tab. So if you click on portfolio, if you've got a share portfolios exactly with us already, first of all, it gives you the summary, shows you the cash value and the value of the portfolio, and obviously a pie chart. You can see that in this situation, we've got a lot of money in Capitec. Click on the other button called portfolio. It gives you a breakdown of all the constituents of your portfolio. Again, very much like the watch list. Whatever share I double click on or that's active, I can also from there be able to click on the buy and sell orders. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it's, if I want to go buy some more Anglo-American stocks, I click, as I say, there'll be a buy order, a buy button, a green buy button. You click on it, and from there you can go and edit the price, the volume, and what price you want to buy at. Limit is the price that you stipulate. Remember, very important, the price that you stipulate. The alternative is what they call market, wherever the market is trading right now. So just be aware of those two options you've got. How long you want to have the order in the market? That's a live order. It can be for the day until it's cancelled, etc. But once you've put all this information in, you click on submit buy, and it ends up in your order book. Okay, we'll talk about the order book now. If I want to sell, I do exactly the same thing. I'll be clicking on the sell button and editing exactly the same information. I click on sell, submit sell, and it ends up in your order book. This is what the orders look like. So you can see there's Anglo-Americans I bought, and there I sold some. Okay, so it's all in your order book. So that's how simple it looks. So from there, I can also start looking at things like the search function. Now, the search function is for people, new people that don't know what the share code is. And for example, you don't know what the REMGROW code is. I go click on enter REMGROW. Click on this little magnifying glass. It opens up a list of all things related to REMGROW. So I'm looking for REM JSC. That's the code I'm looking for. Okay. So I can go back to my watch list and enter REM, enter, and it adds onto my watch list. Okay. I find that if you do add REMGROW into the watch list, it's an invalid share. So you have to go through the whole process of deleting it from the watch list. And again, you just click on that little, call it cogs, and you'll be able to edit it from there. And then you got this little more function. So if you click on more, it opens up a list like this. So first of all, there you can log off from here. And I want to stress this also. Very important that you always log off. Either if, click on this button here or clicking on this button up top here. Always log out. Because what happens, you can only have one instance open. If you log into your desktop, it's going to say that you've got a session open already. Okay, so first things first, once you've selected on that more button, you've got this button called activity. So activity, all it is, it shows you market stats. Which shares have moved the most by volume, which shares have moved the most by percentage, etc. So this is what we call markets. Again, the same thing again. That from there, I can go click on buy, sell, whatever stock is highlighted. At my fingertips, I can make a quick decision, charts, etc. So very similar to your watch list. It's just showing you, I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. These are stocks are moving. Something's happening with the stock. Take advantage of it. So going back to my more button, the next one you'll find, once you click on more, this is giving news for all the shares in the market. Okay. So instead of looking at individual stocks like you do from the watch list, this is looking at the whole market, and from there I can obviously scan what came out today. Okay. And then if I click on more again, this is where you would set up your stop loss orders. We call it, in the new trading platform, they call it a contingent order. On a contingent, something happens, what's my contingency plan? So this is, in this scenario, I'm looking at first rand. Okay, so this will be blank. You'll enter the share code. You want to put a stop loss on. So stop loss, obviously, I want to put a sell order in, and if I want to take profit, I'll be taking a sell order also. Okay. So there's various ways of using this. In this situation, I've entered FSR for first rand. I can enter the base. I'm working on the last price, contingency condition. If it's greater than a certain level, in other words, it goes up above it, at a trigger, go into the market at what price. So you can see the last price was traded at 60.70. I want to trade when it gets this at 62 Rand 20. By the way, remember, it's always, when you're looking at JC shares, it's always in cents. Those of you that have the offshore platform, always make sure you're in dollars or pounds. There's a decimal place needed for offshore. Okay, and by the way, if you are trading single stocks or CFDs, it works exactly the same way. If you want to go long, you buy. If you want to go short, you sell. Exactly the same way as it was in the past. And obviously, if I've got an open position, I'll close it by selling. If I've got a short position, I buy back. Okay, so very simple to use these little buttons. Okay, so there's my contingency order to buy. That always pops up in my orders book. Remember what you saw just now? Once I've clicked on submit, okay, it will end up in my orders book anyway. Orders is a contingent. It's waiting for a event to trigger. Okay, so I did this as a quick test, and lo and behold, you do get an alert. You get an email alerting you that the order's been triggered. Okay, doesn't place an order in the market in this situation, but just a highlight for you that you do get an SMS. An email. Again, just want to go back to the previous slide. Always log out if you're not using the platform anymore. Okay, it will go. How can I say it? It does automatically switch off after, I think it's 30 minutes if you're not active. So just be aware of that also. So let's move to the smartphone just very quickly. We're running out of time here. So smartphone, very similar. I just find the smart, again, this I used my Android phone. Again, you download the app from the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Very important again, enter your username, be it your ID number or your username, and you followed by the @ sign, PSG, no spaces, and your normal password. Click on login. That's the first screen you'll be seeing. Like you saw in just now, watch list, and from the watch list, you select the share, select the share code. In this situation, I selected bulletins. There we go. I find personally that this is much cleaner to use, but obviously more condensed. What I like about a smartphone is always with you. It's always in your pocket, wherever the case might be. So I like to trade from this more than the tablet. So again, I can click on buy and sell, and I can also go through all those things, look at depth, change the charts, everything's from here. Okay, so very similar. I'm not going to go into much more, but the functionality is exactly the same as I explained just now with the tablet. It's just more condensed now. Okay, so guys, I hope that benefited you, helped you. So quickly, in summary, in conclusion, just understand the two platforms. I call it the two platforms. Number one, the PSG Online as your normal website. You'll still be able to have access to your portfolio view, do all your portfolio admin, as well as your research. Okay, on the app, remember, first of all, it's your trading platform. That's where your watch lists are. Okay, that's where you'll be doing your charting and analyzing your charts. That's where you'll be able to find depth. Again, the new services and the contingent orders. So I hope that showed you or explained where you find the information. Okay, so in conclusion, what I want you to remember from this, and to those of you who are quite new to trading, I love trading from the app in the sense that you take advantage of opportunities wherever you are, anytime, anywhere. That's number one. And number two, obviously, I can analyze the charts, place trades from the convenience of my tablet or my smartphone. Okay, so before we hit questions, let me just call to action here. If you haven't done it as yet, please go download and install the PSG Wealth app. okay, from either the Apple App Store or from Google Play Store. Remember, again, your username followed by the @PSG. Very important. If it hasn't got that, it will not allow you to log in. Okay. And then again, I suggest you play around with the app. Orientate yourself, because that Watchlist is the hub. If you understand how the Watchlist works, and from there you can trade, you can do everything from that. Okay. And then there's obviously my little quote here. Those of you who've been with us a while, I know a lot of you people have been frustrated and don't like change, but just understand that change can be frightening, and the temptation is often to resist it. But change almost always provides opportunities to learn new things, to rethink tight processes, and to improve the way we work. And that was a quote from Klaus Schwab. Okay. So guys, any questions you have before any questions you have, if I don't answer in the next session, please send us an email through to wealth@psg.co.za, and there's our number for the investment specialist. Okay, let me see what kind of questions we got here. Wow, lots of questions. Cool. Okay, so Ricardo, once I've downloaded the app, do I use the PSG Online login? Yes, whatever login details you got, your username and password, that's what you'd use. Okay, it's just followed by the @PSG, very important. So Ricardo, I hope that answers your question. Is the new trading platform still not working for single stock futures trading? Not so sure of that. I thought it was working, Frankie. But as you say, if it's not working, then phone the dealing desk for the trades. Vessel, I'm not 100% sure of your question. Why must smartphone lock screen with password, etc.? I'll follow up with you later. Can you withdraw or put in cash on the app? No, Steve. All that portfolio admin is done on the old platform. So even if on your tablet or your phone, not through the app, you can still go do that on that side. Okay, Steve. I hope they've done it. Joby, thank you very much. Ricardo, thank you very much. Okay, you guys are all leaving. Okay, there's a question from Alison. Can I be on my desktop PC and the app at the same time? No, Alison, you can only have one instance open. That's why I say always log out. Okay, won't be able to. It's going to ask you anyway to log out, one of the options. Here's a question from Graham. Can I edit an existing order? So yes, whatever you order, if it hasn't matched yet, you can still just click on in your order book, double click on the order, and from there, obviously, you can edit the volume or the price and then resubmit. Okay. Looks like that's all the questions. Any other questions? So Vessel, I have to get back to you. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Okay. And Steve, I hope that answers your question too. Guys, thank you very much for being on this webinar. I hope it helped you guys. And until next time, all the best. And I'll be seeing this webinar recording to you guys a bit later. Enjoy the rest of your day. All the best.